I love singing and I love books, so I'm very happy. My weekends are very exciting, but I enjoy my weekdays too. I'm lucky. I live near the bookstore and I don't start work until 10 a.m. Every morning I get up at 8, make breakfast, and watch the news on TV. Then I walk to work. I'm very busy all day. I help people find the books they want. At lunchtime, I get a sandwich from the deli, and I often go to the gym. I usually finish work at 5:30 p.m., but on Tuesday and Thursday evenings, I work very late, until 10:30. I never cook after work. I'm too tired. I sometimes like going to the little restaurant near my apartment. Saturday mornings, I go shopping and clean my apartment. I don't eat dinner on Saturday and Sunday evenings because I'm too excited. I like singing, but I'm always nervous before the show.
Lisa Parsons is 32 years old and lives in Manhattan. From Monday to Friday, she works at a bookstore in New York. Sometimes she stays at work until 10:30 at night, but Lisa doesn't relax on weekends. On weekends, she has another job. She is a singer. On Saturday afternoons, she practices with her band, and on Saturday and Sunday nights, she goes to nightclubs and sings. She has no free time, but she loves her life.
I come from a small town in Minnesota, but I live in Hollywood now, and it's very different. In my hometown, people are very friendly. They walk down the street and they speak to you. They say, "Hi there," and "How are you?" Here in Hollywood, people don't walk. They drive everywhere. I live in this big house on Santa Monica, and sometimes I don't see anyone all day.
Pamela is a doctor. She's Canadian, but now she lives in a small town near Nairobi, Kenya, in East Africa. She isn't an ordinary doctor. She's a flying doctor. Every day from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m., she speaks to people on her radio. Then she flies to help them. She works 16 hours a day non-stop, but she loves her job. She isn't married. She has no free time.
István is a music professor. He comes from Budapest in Hungary, but now he lives in the United States. He works 4 days a week at the University of Texas, Austin. He speaks 3 languages: Hungarian, English, and German. He's married to an American and has a daughter. He likes playing tennis in his free time.
I do the same things every day. I wake up at 7, but I stay in bed until 7:15. Then I get up and have a shower. That really wakes me up. I get dressed and then I have breakfast, some toast and a cup of coffee. I leave the house at 8:30 and walk to the bus stop. I go to work by bus. I start work at about 9 and I finish work at 5 or 6. In the evening, I have dinner and watch television or play on the computer. I am usually in bed by 11.
I live with my mother and my father and my 2 brothers. They are called Owen and David. Owen is 20 and he's at university. David is 16 and he's at school, like me. I have 2 grandmothers and 1 grandfather. My other grandfather is dead. I have 1 uncle and 1 aunt. My Aunt Janet is my mother's sister. They have 2 daughters. Rosa is 10 and Gemma is 14, like me. They are my cousins.
Mike is standing at the top of the stairs. He is reading something. Then he falls down the stairs. His leg hurts a lot. He tells his wife Judy that his leg is killing him. Judy gets ice for him, and then she takes him to the hospital. The doctor says that Mike's leg is broken. Mike isn't happy because he has to stay put. He can't go to work for a few days. A woman is coming home late from work because she missed her train. She has a cell phone, so she calls her husband and tells him she is late. He will pick up the kids and have a chicken dinner ready when she gets home. The wife thinks her husband is lucky because he works at home and he can take naps when he gets sleepy. He says that he does the laundry and the dishes because he is home.
I'm a carpenter. I work 8 hours a day from Monday to Friday. I get up around 6 a.m. and I work from 7 a.m. until 3 p.m. I get home pretty early, about 4 p.m. I go to bed at 10.
Well, my hours are a bit different. I'm a nurse. I start work at 11 at night. I work until 7 a.m. I get home at 8 and go to bed at about 8:30, and I sleep until 4 p.m. Oh, you know, I have dinner, watch TV, see friends. It's a great schedule for me.
Tom has to wake up early to go to the airport. But when his roommate wakes him up, he doesn't want to get up. The room is very cold and dark, and he wants to go back to sleep. Tom gets up, but he doesn't have time to take a shower. He gets dressed quickly and goes to the airport. He's lucky because he doesn't miss his plane.
Alice and Peter go away for the weekend. They go to the beach. It is winter, so they can't go swimming. But they take walks on the beach, and they get plenty of fresh air. On Friday night, they go dancing, and on Sunday, they go ice skating. They have a good time and are very happy.
The Internet.
Can you imagine a day before the Internet? It's history. The Internet started in the 1960s. The United States Department of Defense started it because they wanted a computer network to help the American military. In the 1970s, scientists worked on it and learned how to send messages between computers. Then, in the 1980s, telephone companies made it possible to communicate on the computer network in many more countries. An international computer language was born, and the Internet went worldwide. These days. Now, of course, you can email, listen to music, and shop online. You can Google for information about anything and everything, or just put on your Google glasses. You can book a hotel, a vacation, or movie tickets. You can read a book. You can pay your bills. You can watch your favorite TV program. You can play chess with a partner in China. You can chat with your friends and share photos. You can. The list is endless. Canada through the seasons. The weather is very different in this large country, so there's something to do for everyone in every season.
Spring can arrive in February in Victoria on the west coast. In other parts of Canada, it gets warm in early April, and spring weather continues until June. In British Columbia, you can kayak, camp, or take a train trip through the Rocky Mountains. Summer brings warm to hot weather from May to September. This is a great time to fish in one of Canada's many lakes. Kayak among whales in Churchill, Manitoba, or have some Wild West fun at the Calgary Stampede. Fall brings cool temperatures in September and October. It's a good time of year to see the fall leaves in eastern Canada, enjoy hiking, visit museums, or go to the Toronto International Film Festival. Snow begins to fall in November, and temperatures drop. Days are short in winter, but you can ski, go to an ice festival, or see the northern lights. In parts of British Columbia, the snow doesn't stay long, and you can golf all year.
All around the world, people like to read books, newspapers, magazines, and comic books. In Japan, reading manga is a really popular free time activity. Manga is a type of comic book. In manga, there are words and pictures to tell a story or give information. There are lots of different types of manga. For example, adventure, mystery, science fiction, and comedy. There is manga for all ages. You can find manga on the internet too. There are also manga computer games and manga cartoons on television. There are even manga cafes where you can look at manga on the internet or read manga books and magazines. Manga started in Japan, but it's now popular in many countries. Some libraries in the USA have manga reading groups. About 2,400 years ago, there were many small countries in China. There were often wars. People didn't want enemies in their country, so they built big walls to keep them out. For more than 2,000 years, people built walls, destroyed walls, and built new walls. The Great Wall of China is really many walls. Together, they are about 7,000 kilometers long. The walls are about 7 meters high. There are also many taller towers. Prisoners, soldiers, and other people built the wall. They transported the stones and bricks by hand. This work was hard and dangerous. About 3 million people died building the wall. Later, more than 1 million soldiers guarded the wall, but it was hard to stop the enemies. People also used the wall as a road. Today, tourists like to walk along the wall. For many years, people thought that you could see the Great Wall of China from the moon. But this is not true.
When there isn't much ground, we can build tall buildings. Very tall buildings are called skyscrapers. The first skyscraper was the Home Insurance Building. It was built in Chicago, in the USA, in 1885. It was 42 meters tall. The tallest skyscrapers are now much taller than this. The Petronas Twin Towers in Kuala Lumpur, in Malaysia, are the tallest twin buildings. There is a bridge between the two towers called a sky bridge. One of the tallest skyscrapers is the Burj Dubai. It's in Dubai, in the United Arab Emirates. It's 818 meters tall. That's nearly a kilometer. It's made of a special, strong concrete called reinforced concrete. The Burj Dubai has apartments, shops, swimming pools, hotels, restaurants, and a library. It's like a very tall town.
About 2,000 years ago, people in the Middle East bought and sold cloth and spices in many countries. They often traveled across land in large groups called caravans. They used camels to transport people and things. One of the places where the caravans stopped was Petra. Petra is a fantastic city in the desert in Jordan. People built the city in the pink cliffs. The caravans stopped in Petra because it had water and places to sleep, and it was safe from enemies. Some of the caravans were 7 kilometers long, and they had 2,500 camels. At different times, people from different places lived in Petra. They made wonderful temples, a theater, a palace, and tombs in the pink cliffs. Later, earthquakes destroyed a lot of Petra. Today, many tourists visit this amazing place. People also make movies here, for example, Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade.
The Taj Mahal is in India. It looks like a palace, but it's a tomb. It's one of the most beautiful tombs in the world. There are gardens and fountains around the building. The tomb is made of 28 types of stone and jewel from all over India and other countries. Most of the tomb is made of a beautiful white stone called marble. About 20,000 people built the Taj Mahal, and it took 22 years. More than 1,000 elephants helped to move the stones for the building. The Taj Mahal was built about 400 years ago. The Emperor Shah Jahan built it for his wife, Mumtaz Mahal. She died when she had her 14th baby. Shah Jahan was very sad, so he built the Taj Mahal to remember his wife. Later, Shah Jahan's son wanted to be the emperor, so he put his father into prison. When Shah Jahan died, people put his body in the Taj Mahal, so that he was with his wife forever.
Where did ancient Romans go for fun? They went to the Colosseum in Rome. They watched fights in this big and beautiful stadium. The fights were with gladiators and wild animals like lions, crocodiles, rhinos, and even elephants. The Colosseum wasn't fun for everyone. About 500,000 people and 1 million wild animals died there. About 2,000 years ago, Rome was a very important city. The Colosseum was the most fantastic building in the city. It was big enough for more than 50,000 people. The Colosseum had many arches. There were about 80 big arches to let people in and out. There was also a cloth roof to protect people from sun and rain. Later, 2 earthquakes destroyed some of the Colosseum. Then people took stones from the Colosseum to build many other buildings in Rome. So the building that we can see today gives only an idea of how beautiful it was in the past. Thousands of tourists visit the Colosseum every year. Free time is very important. It's good for you to do something different after school or work. It's also fun. Many of our favorite free time activities are popular all around the world. Soccer is the most popular sport in the world, and it's a big part of life in Brazil. People here love to watch and play soccer in their free time. In Brazil, you don't need a pitch or expensive boots to play soccer. People play soccer in the street and on the beach. Children often play with no boots. Some people think that Brazilians are good at soccer because they learn a special way to play when they are children. They learn to play a type of soccer called futsal. There are 5 players in each team. The ball is small, but it's full of sand, so it's very heavy. Futsal started in South America, but now it's popular in many other countries.
One evening at a restaurant, a man and woman were shocked by a child's behavior. The little boy was out of control, running around, while his parents didn't have a clue that he was causing trouble. They were just enjoying their dinner. The other couple was upset because they had gone through the trouble of getting a babysitter for their own kids. They just wanted an evening out so they could relax and have dinner in peace. They were also upset because the restaurant was noisy and it was taking forever to get their food. They told the waitress that the bottom line was that parents had to keep their kids under control and teach them how to behave in public.
I think I'm really in hot water with my teacher. She wrote a note on my paper that she wants to see me in her office tomorrow. I think I know why. I worked really hard on my last paper, but right before I had to hand it in, I got busy, and I copied something from the internet. Just a small thing, maybe a few paragraphs. I didn't think she'd know. I can't believe it. I'm so scared. What will she do to me? I hope I don't get an F. What if she tells my parents? I'll be in really hot water with them too. I promise to never copy again. I hope they'll believe me.
It's a big problem, and we need to solve it. But don't worry, we're working on it. Too many people are living on the streets. We're trying to help them. We're finding them places to live and helping them get jobs. And of course, we have people helping them with their drug and alcohol problems. Please know that we're doing all we can. We're working on this day and night.
It's true that I didn't work very hard, and that's why my grades were so bad. But I've changed. Right now, I'm working on 2 papers, and I know I'm doing a good job. And I had a big test last week, and do you know how long I studied? 6 hours a day for 3 days. Really? Believe me, this time I'm going to get all A's. Don't worry.
Hi, I'm Alice. I'm doing some internet research on wedding customs in 4 different countries. I already found out a lot about customs in India, but I need to find out more about customs in Ethiopia, Japan, and Peru. Hi, remember me? I'm Alice. I just wanted to let you know that I found a great website with information about wedding customs in Japan. If you want me to email you the address, just let me know.
Hi, I'm Mark. I'm in Alice's class, and I have the same assignment. At first, I didn't know what topic to do research on, but I found Alice in the library and talked to her. She gave me some good ideas to think about. I'll let you know tomorrow what I decide to do research on. Hi there. I finally made my decision. Sorry you had to wait, but I wanted to be sure I picked the right research topic. As you know, yesterday I talked to Alice about a few possible topics. And then I got online and looked at a few websites. First, I found out what I don't want to do research on. And that's classical music, because I already know a lot about that. Well, after looking at a lot of websites, I decided to do research on the history of jazz, because I don't know anything about that.
Midsummer. In June, it's summer in Europe. It's usually warm. The nights are short and the days are long. The longest day in the year is June 21st. It's called Midsummer. At this time, there are many festivals in Europe. People make big bonfires. In Finland and other countries near the Arctic, it doesn't get dark at midsummer. There's no night. In Russia at midsummer, people sing and dance all night. Girls pick flowers and make pretty crowns. They throw the crowns into a lake or a river. Midsummer is one of the biggest festivals in Sweden. People decorate their homes with leaves. They make a big pole with flowers and leaves. They dance around the pole and sing songs. They wear traditional Swedish costumes. Girls make pretty crowns with flowers.
The water cycle. Do you know where water comes from? When it rains, water falls from the sky. This is called precipitation. Rainwater goes into streams. Stream water goes into rivers. River water goes into seas and oceans. When it's sunny, the ocean water gets warm. Some water goes up into the sky. This is called evaporation. The water in the sky makes clouds. Then it rains again. This is called the water cycle. We're lucky to have water in our homes. About 1 billion people don't have clean water in their homes. Most of the water we use comes from rivers and reservoirs. Clean water goes through pipes to our homes.